We'll open up for questions. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Obviously pleased with the way we pitched today. I thought Reed Muscola threw the ball well. He was locating his fastball. He was able to throw his slider when he was behind in the count. Ox came in behind him and I thought threw really well for 5 outs and then maybe just ran out of gas there. But, obviously the 4-pitch walk, for Ox, and then Cole McNamee came in and got a big strikeout in a situation second and third with nobody out, executed a really good fastball in and got a big strikeout and ended up kind of getting us out of that inning with only 1 run, which I thought was obviously huge. And then the rest of the game, we were hoping to get it to Furtado, Manassi, and Adler, hoping to get 6 out of everybody else and then have Furtado in the 7th, Manassi in the 8th, and Adler in the 9th. And that's kind of the way it worked out. It was scripted. And, offensively, didn't have a great day, had a chance to kind of break open a couple of innings there, first and third with 1 out and Michael Ludwig up in a 2-0 count. We need to get a better result than that. And then in the last inning, Cole was second and third in the bottom of the 8th there. Hoping we need to kind of find a way to scratch across a couple runs there and, make it a 7-1 win or 8-1 win instead of 4-1. So we're not firing on all cylinders yet by any stretch. Too many kind of easy outs in our lineup right now. So that needs to change here quickly.
I'm given that. Just how important was it for these guys to actually get a positive result here and see some fruits of the labor pay off? Well,
it was huge. I mean, I was telling Coach Salento with 2 outs in the 9th, it feels like we haven't won since pre-COVID. I mean, it just feels like, we haven't, I know we haven't won since February and it's March 16th. So I know part of that is we just haven't played a whole lot in March, but the other part of that is we haven't won in March either. So anyway, point is that it felt like forever and a day and we've all been there. Larry can attest when you're on a losing streak, it feels like you'll never win again. And that first win after a losing streak is always a big one.
Tom, you shuffled the lineup a little bit, and it looks like you got your production out of the middle of that lineup. Are you likely to kind of stick with that until it doesn't work?
Yeah, I like the 3, 4, 5 guys where they are right now. I think that'll what you saw 3, 4, 5 today will stick. Obviously, we need to get Turconi and Tinsman back in there at some point, but I like where our 3, 4, 5 guys are right now. And, we just got to find those guys in the 1-2 slot that can get on base. Cause again, that's how you score runs. You get guys on base for the guys in the middle. It's not rocket science. I mean, that's what Miami did to us for 2 games. Lala and Villar were on, base the whole time. And if we can get some production in our 1 and 2 holes, then that makes the rest of the lineup, kind of lengthens the rest of your lineup a great deal.
What's the status on Michael Turconi? All they said on the broadcast was that he was unavailable today.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to say or not allowed to say. I guess he's in COVID protocols. He'll be out, he'll miss Georgia Tech and Florida State, unfortunately.
They mentioned this, I think, at the end of the broadcast, but Cusick still tracking to be back this weekend.
Yeah, Cusick threw a bullpen today. He's full go and clear. He'll start Friday. We'll go Cusick Friday, Fleming Saturday, and Louder Sunday against a really good Georgia Tech team, a really offensive Georgia Tech team. So again, we'll need to pitch well.
Speaking of pitching well, this is a Charlotte team that came in with like 29 home runs on the season, and to hold them to like 4 hits, kept them in the yard the whole night. You had to feel really good about your pitching performance today, right?
Yeah, really good. I mean, I thought we executed pitches. I thought we did a better job of commanding the ball to both sides of the plate against, felt like at Miami, we just didn't locate the ball super well, and Miami did. And today, we talked before the game that we just need to make a conscious effort to throw it where we're trying to throw it. I mean, these are ACC pitchers. They should be able to get it within 6 inches of where they're trying to throw it. It may, as I saw, when I call pitches at Miami, when you're not hitting your spots, it makes it really hard to call pitches. Today was a lot easier to call pitches.
Tom, one of the things that you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but it's kind of felt like all year, a lot of times in innings that you score, you guys go out and then give up 1 or 2 runs, maybe more than that. And today it seemed like that was a lot better. Has that been a point of emphasis, or is that just looking too far into things?
No, that's always a point of emphasis. I mean, we talk all the time that college baseball is all momentum. And if you can keep the momentum in your dugout, you're going to win a lot of games. But, and those, again, those momentum turners are like when you score with 2 outs. I mean, that's like we did in the first inning, right? Charlotte was kind of grabbing some momentum, and then Wilkins singles and Seymour doubles. And then same thing, they started to grab a little momentum, and then Muntz hit a home run. And then Costello doubled after that, and it kind of put the momentum back in our dugout and kept Charlotte on their heels. And Charlotte really never had any momentum in the game till really the 9th inning when they got 2 guys on, and they were like, thinking that, they got the tying run to the plate. And that was really the first time in the game that Charlotte had good momentum, other than, second and third with Cole on the mound, and he got the big strikeout. So again, every time Charlotte grabbed a little momentum, our pitching answered.
Tom, is there any, besides Turconi, is there anybody else that you expect to miss this coming weekend?
Yeah, Tinsman as well. Brendan Tinsman as well.
So the same deal with him. They're both going through protocol.
Yep.
And Tinsman just got back from the hand surgery. Yeah.
I know. Had 2 great at-bats on Friday. Had 2 really great at-bats on Friday. It was okay on Saturday, not as good, but yeah, we were really looking forward to getting him back. And obviously Turconi is arguably our best hitter. So we're gonna miss those guys, and we've got to find a way to kind of tread water until we can get them back.
On top of that, how's Shane holding up behind the plate?
He's holding up all right. I mean, again, I would like to be able to DH him more. He was certainly going to DH tonight, but no such luck. But he's just going to have to. He's going to have to gut it out. But I do think you're right. You're right, Les. I do think it hurts Shane's offensive production to have to catch 4 games a week. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
It didn't look like it hurt his production on the homer.
No, that was well hit for sure. I was joking with Joey Hammond. I mean, both his homers this year on 0-2 fastball. So maybe we just need to get him 0-2 more often, I guess.
Speaking of good hitters, is Bobby all the way back?
I think so. Pretty close. I mean, his at-bats today, obviously the double in right center, it was good to see him hit the line drive to left center. They had him play perfectly on that. So give them credit for that. And, even the pop up to third, I thought was a good swing. He spun it the right way and was on time. So and then the line drive that he kind of hit into the shift, the one hopper too. So really, all 4 of his at-bats were really good. So I would say, yeah, Larry, I think he's in a good spot now, and Muntz is in a better spot now. The best thing I saw today was the Muntz walk. I mean, again, Muntz, that's what he does well. He can foul pitches off. He takes pitches just out of the zone. So when Shane Muntz starts to walk, that's when he starts to come on. And we saw that today. And it was good to see Wilkin walk. And we had another inning where Cecere, it was good to have Cecere back. We were kind of told he could only play half the game today, which is why he came out. So, we'll have him full go this weekend. And, that's another good piece that we need to add. And he had obviously had a good swing at a changeup and walked in his other at bat. So happy to see Adam back out there. His BPs have been really good the last couple of days.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Well, Bobby, did it feel like you guys hadn't won since February?
That's kind of how it started to feel a little bit, definitely. But definitely feels good to get back in the win column for sure.
But we're back, baby.
Who was that?
Cecere.
Well, I'm sure he's especially glad to be back.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was definitely excited today to get his. He can only play 4.5 innings, but he was definitely happy to be out there for sure.
Do you feel like your stroke and your approach are coming along right now, Bobby? You feel like you're kind of getting in the zone?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of, me and Walt, we always have a kind of a conversation at the beginning. I kind of always kind of start a little slow, but you know, I mean, the confidence is always there, and I've been hitting the ball, I've been hitting the ball really hard, just right at people. It's kind of how I felt. Saw it a couple times today too, but I mean, they're starting to fall a little more, and it's definitely feeling a lot better for sure.
You had that conversation last year, and then the season got called off, right? Like that was right around the timing that everything got canceled.
Yeah, it's literally been every year, and it's kind of funny at this point. You did my freshman year, and then started to get hot, and then sophomore year, junior year. I mean, junior year was different with COVID, obviously, like you were saying. But yeah, it's kind of now, he'll kind of talk to me about it. We both just kind of laugh, But no, I mean, it's awesome right now for sure.
They'll send you to like the Dominican League so you can play games in January and then be heating up at this time.
There we go. Exactly.
Is that for his 5th or 6th year of eligibility at Wake, Connor?
Yeah, maybe.
I was talking about what his next club will do. On a serious note, just how important was it for you guys to get a win after you've been through, what the few games before the COVID shutdown, and then the COVID shutdown, and then the trip down to Miami? Just put into context how important it was to actually see some product of your labor here.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was, it's obviously great to get back in the win column. We played, I thought it was a gritty, hard-fought game. We had a lot better at bats. We walked a lot more. All in all, I thought it was a lot more competitive at bats, and we really just kind of really went out there and did what we needed to do to win. And obviously, like you were saying, Miami obviously wasn't what we wanted it to be, but I think the layoff was actually, I think right now we're really starting to feel good, and I think that might have been a little blessing in disguise for us, just because I think a lot of us were pressing, kind of it was very I think a lot of us kind of felt very high strung, but today was great, and even in Miami there was glimpses here and there, then it kind of would fall apart, but we're all still very confident. We know all the talent we have on this team and what we can do, so we're all very excited. Let's hope this is the start of something new.
In addition to the middle of the lineup kind of hitting today, Bobby, you all also had really good pitching and defense, which is something that you have to be happy to see at this point in the season, right?
Yeah, definitely. The pitchers, the pitching staff has done a phenomenal job this year, honestly. And I'll wear, I'll wear what's kind of been going on with us and losing games on myself, and, kind of on the hitter side. I think, the pitchers have really carried us, and they've done a great job. But that's something really what we've been working on is our defense. As we all know, it has not been what it should be, but we've really been working hard on that. We made some great strides in this past week, so I'm very excited to just keep playing and we'll get things rolling.
Were you a little nervous when the first out of the game was a snow cone to you?
Yeah,
on the defensive.
I'm like I catch it. I'm like, and I look and I just kind of flip it to Bennett. I'm like, that thing was in the tip of my glove. Like, what are we doing? It was definitely a little, I hate those pop-ups when I can't, keep my feet moving. I'm just under it. You start second guessing yourself a little bit, but, if you catch it, you catch it. So we'll take it.
We had the one in the 9th. I think that's the one that mattered more.
Exactly.
You had it all the way, the first one.
There we go. Absolutely.
You mentioned confidence twice, and the first time you did it, you were talking about your swing. Do you remember the last time you didn't have confidence in yourself hitting?
No. I always kind of like to have a, very, sometimes, everyone can, when they're not swinging the ball well, they're not getting, their averages is what they want it to be, or their numbers aren't there. Everyone kind of fall into a negative, kind of pit. And I've done that in the past. And this year, kind of going into the season, I wasn't feeling where I wanted to be kind of in scrimmages, but I still want to just take it. All right, stay positive. And I just, what I keep saying to myself is it all comes around. It all evens out. It all comes around. We'll be all right. So, I think that's the best way to kind of look at it. And yeah.
That will serve you well in the future.
Thank you.
Muntz's homer was, what does that rank in hardest hit balls you've seen?
I was up there. He, and I was really happy for him too. Kind of, well, he's had a great. I mean, he's really been swinging the bat well lately. He's really, his BP's been great. I feel like he's just missing balls. So it's great to see him connect, and just the workload he has right now, just catching, all the time. So that was definitely great to see. But he hit that thing pretty hard, and I would love to see the numbers on it, but that thing he hit pretty good for sure.
I was looking for the analytics number. I never saw the tweet pop up or anything
I
like
didn't
that.
either. So we'll see.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Bobby.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Bobby.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Bob.